What's up guys, Jab here, back with a brand new video, and it's been a minute since we talked about Combat Master, but here we are. Now if you followed my channel in the last couple of years, you'll know that I used to make a ton of Combat Master content. I've made leak videos, news videos on upcoming updates, I've done live streams on the game, I even 1v1 one of the Combat Master developers on stream one time, which by the way I totally won easily. It wasn't even a challenge. But about 5 months ago, I made the decision to stop making Combat Master content, and since then I have not uploaded any videos in regards to the game, and there is a few reasons why. Before we get into that though, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more gaming content. I got a lot of videos planned for the next few weeks that you guys are not going to want to miss out on. But anyway, the first reason that I stopped making Combat Master content was the inconsistency with updates. As many of you Combat Master fans will know, the game's updates do not come very frequently at all. It usually takes months to see any meaningful updates. I mean, the long-awaited Combat Zone BR update, for example, took like a year and a half or more to release, and there's actually a lot to talk about that concerning that update, so stick around because that's going to be really important later on in this video. But yeah, it's just hard as a fan to keep hype alive for a game when you know it may be months and months until anything new comes out or until any of the things that are broken, get fixed. As a content creator, it's tough to make a lot of content on the same patch of a game that has been that same patch for months and months and months. There's only so much you can really do. I feel like Combat Master had this golden opportunity for releasing good, frequent updates and content before big games like Warzone Mobile or Bloodstrike came out, but it doesn't really feel like they actually capitalized on that. Warzone Mobile was delayed multiple times, Bloodstrike was in soft launch for the longest time, but Combat Master, being Combat Master, only really released like 2 or 3 major updates in that massive time frame. Now don't get me wrong, I know that they have a small team and limited resources. I have defended them for a long time with that in mind, but I have also told them countless amounts of times that they should focus on smaller, more frequent updates versus these bigger updates that take 6+ months to make, and it doesn't really feel like they ever listened to that advice despite telling me that they would. I feel like if they would have listened to that advice and executed on it before we got games like Warzone Mobile and Bloodstrike and all that, then maybe Combat Master would be in a more prominent position than it is right now. They were super viral, they had massive amounts of hype and people desperately wanting more and more, but unfortunately it feels like that hype has kind of died down. Just a quick look at the Steam charts for the PC version show that they peaked at around 7,000 live players during their launch period when the hype was its biggest, but since then the player base has dwindled down to only around 1,700 players in the last 24 hours. I'm sure the mobile player base is a lot higher, but I wouldn't be surprised if the overall player count on mobile hasn't dropped similarly to the PC version. The second major reason why I stopped making content on the game was the Combat Zone update. This update was insanely hyped up and highly anticipated by the community, and I feel like it was kind of the beginning of the end in a lot of ways. For one, the update took way too long to come. I mean, I mentioned it earlier, but this thing took like a full year and a half to release, if not more. Again, I know that they are a small team, but they teased it way too early because they had us waiting for so long. Another major issue was the optimization. Combat Master has always appealed to the low and mid-range device players because it was a game that ran well on pretty much any device. Unfortunately, as updates came out, the optimization got worse and worse, and the major turning point was that Combat Zone update. The update completely changed the playability for low to mid-range players, which made up a huge part of the game's community. They did update the game and attempted to fix the issues, but even still, the optimization is still a long way away from what it was at the original release. These two major reasons are what got me to stop making content on the game. It was just tough to maintain excitement and hype when it didn't really feel like there was much progress for the last 2 years that I actually made videos on it. To be clear though, I really do hope that they turn things around. They have dedicated content creators that are still making content on the game like Cold Mobile, Pickled Gamer, and ABXY. I know many of you Combat Master fans are still looking forward to any new updates and leaks too. They have a really strong dedicated community, and I just hope that they make things happen a bit quicker so that we can all enjoy the game more. But let me know your thoughts on Combat Master in the comments below. Have you moved on to other games, or are you still waiting for those updates? Very interested in hearing what everyone has to say. But yeah guys, that's it for this video. Appreciate all of you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.